Hi there, this is writer, director, and producer Tristan Au,
And this is editor and assistant art director Taemin Kim.
and welcome to the commentary version for Omakase.
So right now we're seeing Mika's beautiful face, smoking. Don't smoke, kids.
Yeah.
Don't smoke, kids.
I just really like, I don't like smoking, I don't smoke, but it just makes, I feel like it evokes a lot of emotion,
Yeah, no, for sure.
and, you know, there's something a little,
Yeah.
a little, like, sensual about it.
No, I agree. I mean, Wong Kar-wai, smoking.
Yeah, it was a big inspiration for me, was Wong Kar-wai's, all of his movies.
Yeah.
Like, Tony Leung has to have lung cancer. It's really unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, just before we move on completely, though, from the opening sequence, I love the color grading, the point to
Yeah.
which you got it, because we were so worried about keeping it consistent.
What's funny is in that opening scene, like, that is shot in, like, the span of, like, maybe 45 minutes during, like, sort of when the sun is just straight up falling. And, like, in that last shot of Emily, there is, like, just no sun anymore. So we had to, like, really fix that in the grading to match it. Bria, our colorist and our DP, did a really great job.
Turned out really well.
Natalie.
I love how the blues are really kind of brought up
Yeah,
in this grading,
absolutely.
because it was so flat when we were, in the edit.
Yeah, I mean, when you're editing log footage for, like, hours and hours, you get bored of it.
Everything okay?
But
Yeah, it's just work.
yeah, I think working with these two actors,
No,
a lot of this movie is sort of this back and forth between Mark and
can't
Natalie,
wait.
and working with them was really fun.
Okay.
I think that I let them
Awesome.
sort of do their own thing sometimes, and
First time having Omakase.
I'm a director who sort of likes that, like
Yeah.
giving
gotta say,
people
I'm
a
really
script and
excited.
just letting them
It
like
seems like a
roll
sort
with
of
it, you know?
No, I mean, they have like a really good natural
There's no
rapport
menu,
too.
though.
Like on set, they were always like chatting between takes and like beforehand. And like Will, who plays Mark, is really just funny.
He
He's
is
just like a
such-
funny, like he plays such a jerk in the movie, but like he is just naturally, I think, a very
Yeah.
friendly person.
Yeah, he was a really nice dude.
Oh my God, she's here.
And then there's Emily Fan.
Emily
yeah,
Fan.
coming in.
Vine famous.
See, when we casted Emily, I had no idea that she was famous, or that she was a big influencer on TikTok and
And
YouTube.
I knew her so well. I was such a fan from Vine. And when I saw her name, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that not even Emily?
That's funny. Like, when I casted her, I was in Malaysia with my sister, and she was like, "Oh my God, you casted Emily Fan? Emily Fan's in your movie? Do you even know who this is?" I'm like, "No, I don't."
Because your sister's cool.
Yeah,
You
my
guys have,
sister's
like,
cool.
cute
And my sister was on
shots.
Vine. So.
Yeah.
But no, we were so happy to have her. She came all the way down from Philly
Kamikaze.
to do this movie.
We can do that for you.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
was great.
Not a kamikaze. Lame.
See, I've never had a kamikaze. I know it's like an actual shot.
I know,
I just don't know
but-
why they call it that.
I mean, respectfully, to any white guys out there who might go on dates with Asian women,
So,
don't order a
Don't order
kamikaze shot
kamikaze.
on the first date.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit brash.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like that joke stayed, or was that joke in the original script? Because I
Yeah,
can't
it
remember.
was, it
Yeah,
was.
because
That was one of the-
started this in what
I've done my fair share of
2000
traveling.
when we were in writing for visual media.
22.
Really like the culture and history.
21.
21?
I think 21.
Oh, nice.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't
maybe.
know.
Oh, what? Wasn't it? I don't
Erica?
remember. It was Erica's the waitress. When I started the script, it was originally really funny, or at least fun to me.
No, it was. It was.
See, this whole exchange actually real quick, where they're like talking about Scherzinger's stuff was totally improvised.
Yeah, yeah.
And this too actually is improvised with the
Pretty good.
him taking all the shots, which at first it like extended the scene a little bit, and I was like, oh, maybe we should cut it, but I really liked it, so we cut out like other sort of parts, and that's where I was going to. Is there were a lot more like sort of jokes or like sort of funny lines in the original script that I ended up sort of omitting, and it becomes more of a serious film.
I love it.
No, I think it's good that you left in those kind of moments, because it is like,
So
I don't know, it's so hard to, I feel like, capture like the dynamic of like a first encounter. So
Yeah.
like having the actors kind of just play off of each other in that
Anago,
way. I think it really helps
which
with
is
capturing
saltwater
the
eel,
date.
not to be
Also,
confused
just to say about the
with
food,
nagi,
Yes.
freshwater.
Please talk about the food.
Ika,
the food. So me
cuttlefish,
and my art
taco.
director, Mar Cox, love
well,
you, Mar.
taco.
You know, we planned a lot for like the food on the day of,
Octopus.
and I think it was like every single dish was
And my
same
favorites,
day
the medium fatty,
in one day
fatty
except
tuna,
for the Wagyu beef
Chutoro,
bowl, which we'll see at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
Yeah.
sushi, by the time we got around to shooting it, it did not. It was not as fresh as it looks on screen. I'll say that. Should not eat it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Soft shell
crab.
It's one of my
That was
crab.
you guys really killed it on the.
Good.
I mean, you're gonna get
We-
see in the montage. Like you guys have
Yeah.
seen in the montage. Like
Yeah,
the
I love
food
how
was just great.
destroyed it gets by the end.
Yeah, that was the
but-
two of us like
Yeah,
ripping
yeah,
it up
just
with
like
chopsticks.
stabbing at it. But no, we played a lot with like sauces and like like different ways
me what you
of
do again?
doing sauce design.
I'm
like we're like we're a
I'm
Michelin star
just at
restaurant.
the
Like no, we should need to
largest
make it more
exhibition of hokusai
swoopy.
work where we
Right.
had
There's a lot of
Well, it's like,
reuse.
oh, I did. We
I've
did. You
never
guys
seen
were like saying, I
before.
remember like, oh, we did a swoop for this one. We can't do it again. So we
Yeah.
had to do like dots for this
We
one.
had to do
Like, we had
dots.
to mix it up.
Exactly, we had to mix it up.
He's
But no, it was
really
fun
famous
to
woodblock
play
and
like
maker,
chef.
no?
But
Yeah.
really, it was just
I'm
rearranging
choosing his
food we
work.
got from like a
He did
restaurant.
the
Yeah.
15 minutes, like 5
Exactly,
minutes
exactly.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to talk about this moment because
What?
Mika, who is our lead here as Natalie,
Okay, there are boats
like
and
love this
it's the
idea of
big
Natalie sort of
blue
nerding out about
Mhm.
like her art as an art curator.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah,
Mika
that one is
herself
pretty tight.
is an art teacher,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh yeah, like
My name is
totally,
Greg.
let's run with that. So she goes
So,
into this
I got my
funky
regular order at my favorite local coffee
rant
shop.
over
Mhm.
Iced
Omakase.
double
Yeah.
shot
Oh my God.
Americano
Okay, so
with 2
this
ounces
montage. Oh, there's
Market
Spencer and
Share
Andrew in the
Company brand
background. There's a
two
little
whole
Easter egg mini film in the background for you viewers out there. But this montage or yeah, this sequence was really fun to edit. It was like one of the first things that I think we edited.
This was the
when
one
we
that
started
that
post.
you started editing because I
Yeah,
had done a
that's
lot.
true. You
and
had done a
then
lot before.
When I got to this scene, I was like, oh my god, I need help.
Yeah.
So this was like probably the first thing we did together.
Yeah, we played with it a lot, but
Yeah.
I think what we ended up with was really good, and the score really ties it together.
Absolutely, and
like
that-
the ticking and the chimes,
Yeah.
I love a good score. So like having an original score for this
I
was
don't like
so
mushrooms either.
cool.
And that's a
to-
good shout out for Curtis Sun, our
Hell
composer,
yeah.
You know,
good
first
friend of
time I
mine
did shrimp,
from high school.
that was crazy.
Who lived from Cincinnati, and man, he just killed it.
Yeah, he really did.
Um,
Never met him, but you know,
Oh,
I'm
you'll
a
meet
fan.
him
I'm a
eventually.
fan.
Purple and pink.
But yeah.
So you wouldn't think it would be
I
that
think
much
that my
difference.
favorite
Hold on,
piece
this has got to
in
be
the
an
whole film
emergency.
is like the
What's an emergency?
transition piece
Nothing,
with the
I gotta
mural.
go.
Mhm.
But
be right
that's
back.
just my. And we'll listen to that later.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal.
Okay,
take.
so we struggled a lot with the jumping to Japan and the mom for the
we
phone call
did.
scenes, right?
We did.
The radio did it end up being Kento?
Yes, it
Okay.
did end up being Kento. Because this we really needed this to feel like Japan when it was actually Baltimore. And so if you see in like the corner, there's like a little green teapot. There's a Zaratoshi rice cooker, which is my rice cooker. It's the best one.
Classic.
But I was like, okay, that may not be enough. So
Yeah.
we tried to like, add a little sound cue instead of like an established shot or something like that. So that I think felt like that broke up the flow.
I think it works. It's like subtle enough because we had played with some more obvious
Yeah,
ways of doing
yeah,
it, and I
yeah.
think what we ended up with is better than the
No,
alternatives.
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Honestly. I think this scene, originally in the film, this scene like is supposed to be sort of like a turning point, which and it is still, but I didn't realize that how long the last scene was going to be. So like I thought that this was going to be sort of in like the second third of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, this is just really like the halfway point,
Mhm.
which I wasn't expecting, but I think it works really well.
No,
Just
actually,
changes the
Can you
whole
let me finish?
tone of the date and the whole of the movie in general.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
It's like
tonight,
yeah,
I'm
also
at
like the
sushi
separation from Mark, like
and
having this like
Omakase again, and
this
time
completely
it's
different
with
space that Natalie goes to, like both like physically but also like emotionally as she's talking to her mom.
Right.
I mean, I think it really works for me personally, and like we rewatched this so many times in the
Oh my
edit,
god.
but
Cutting
like
this
it
was-
still hits every
Yes,
time.
Yes. You want to talk about cutting this between like because with the audio and with the different
With the audio, like,
location.
because there were what like
different
three different takes, I think, or like 3 to 4
yeah.
of like this whole sequence that
Yeah.
we played with,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think what we ended up with works really, really well.
Yeah. Well, so the voice actor for the mom is not this actor.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like this is a Yena.
Yeah.
But the voice actor is one of my really close family friends, Tomoko, and she's known me since I was like born, since I was like a baby. I'm pretty sure in Japan.
Yeah.
And she has like such a mom, like a soothing mom voice.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I was like, I immediately see like when she laughs like that, I was like, oh my god, we need her to be the mom.
No, yeah, she's so good. Like even though she's just a voice, like it's, I don't know. I loved editing this scene, as like difficult as it kind of was. I think I really did love it just because of like having to deal with this back and forth and like dealing with her talking and Natalie trying to get through to her and it's not working. I don't know. It was just so real. Even though the actors themselves weren't talking to each other at all, it's like really incredible how Mika is able to like, so realistically capture like the conflicts and the turmoil. Like her face right here, like oh, I cry. I cry every time.
It's just absolutely crushing. And like what is incredible is that so Mika on this is the first thing we shot. This is the first day.
I wasn't
it was
here for this.
freezing outside. Freezing, and she's like in the sleeveless dress. We like give her a jacket every time we cut, like immediately. She had never acted like this before, like with a phone record. We were like playing voice recordings for her to act off of, which she was telling me, Tristan, that's like really awkward. I don't know if I can do that. And she was like saying that she was struggling, but I was like, but you're killing it. And two, this is actually Mika's first film, for like video, like
yeah. I mean that's kind of incredible.
She's always been on stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's incredible.
Yeah,
like
no, she's really good.
Seriously, I was just
like this scene in particular, like just what she does in this scene, just I don't know, it sells the whole thing.
No, she's incredible.
Yeah.
Then
really
this here is my favorite.
No,
piece.
this score, the way it sneaks in a little bit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna keep quiet for a sec because I love when it springs in, and this mural is perfectly there. Like we didn't have to like.
Men.
God, it's men. See the mouth.
It's so good.
I love this moment. I think this is like one of the most important moments of the film. Even though it's short and it's like sort of silent, but like it's just like Natalie coming back and like reprioritizing or trying to refocus.
And then we get back to this asshole.
Back to this guy. Yeah, well, I guess this is like a pro-smoking, anti-alcoholic film. It's like getting drunk makes you a bad person, but like it's okay to smoke.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
That is a joke.
But it is interesting, like the different. Wow, I'm just gonna get a little analytical here.
Yeah.
But like the different vices in this little like short film, just I don't know.
That's because like everybody has a vice.
Everybody does have a vice.
You know,
but the ways it manifests can be different. Yeah. I like the little detail of like, are you still smoking like your dad? It's like, wow, okay, mom.
I love throwing in those little sort of callbacks and things, you know, in the script and dialogue and the action and stuff like that.
How would you like your beef?
I want to shout out here, we haven't shouted out yet, Steve, our man Steve, our sound guy, who also did the sound design, the Foley. This guy is a workhorse, and he was amazing.
Like, the Foley was really good. Yes. Like, I remember like when we were editing, like, we were, like, freaked out, like, you know, oh, the sound here isn't that good, oh, what do we do? And then Steve just fixed everything.
No, he really just fixed everything. Like, there's, like, I'm different. Where, like, earlier when Mark spills the shot glass.
Yeah.
Like he really. Oh yeah, there's the wagyu beef. It looks
good. It's not. I'm gonna tell you
I think it's supposed to look kind of gross because he orders it.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's just eat.
Yeah.
And I realized maybe when they go here to eat, there's nothing in their bowls, and maybe I should have put something in there at least.
But they sell it pretty well.
Yeah, they do.
It's funny. Hold on. I'll say the moment that I think is really good with the empty bowls.
What are we?
This little hand motion, I remember like we were like, should we add this? Should we not? And then I was like, yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
It makes it so much sleazier for some reason.
Yeah, there's like breaking up this like sort of over OTS.
Yeah.
Like,
that this slurp. And the chew. Literally nothing. I think that was strawberries.
Yeah, he was eating strawberries.
Yeah, he was eating strawberries.
And then Steve put in like more munchy sounds.
From the crowd because
Oh, okay. This is another turning point, like a turning point after the turning point.
Yeah, this is also we changed a lot here.
Yeah.
I remember there were these drinks with these crazy light up twisty straws.
Mark is crazy.
Karaoke
He
open mic.
is.
They were singing "Don't Stop Believing" just as the ball.
I mean, I
drop.
will. I think pulled this off so well. Like, we were talking about the character and like he was
we still
like.
got like 3 more hours.
Originally, I had like sort of conceptualized it as like a
Isn't that an amazing
as like a
thing?
not like a well, like a kind of
Two
douchey,
strangers
Yeah.
right? And I
Yeah.
think Mark comes up like Will sort of pulls it off where it's like, yeah, he
meant to
he
be,
just
you
like
know?
he likes to have fun, man.
Yeah.
and like
He's also
he-
just so clueless.
yes,
It's like
he's
so clueless, and
He
it's
thinks
like,
he knows more than he actually
Exactly.
does.
It's like
know
I
what
think you do
mean?
meet people like that in life too, like
That's what you want.
like really realistic in terms of like him also being like a little drunk.
Yeah,
And like
and therefore being a little full of himself.
a little full of himself, but also like
Yeah.
I think you meet people like that who it's like they've never really been told
What do you
no,
mean?
Yeah.
or they've
Was
never
it
really
New
like
Year's?
understood
Yeah.
No,
you
that
know,
can't be
facing
right.
opposition.
Oh, I love this part.
Look, I don't really care right now.
You don't
The super
What's
close
care?
ups. Yeah.
Is this-
Yeah, when Mika like blinks, like does that double take blink when she says you don't care. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like this
Yikes.
like this back and forth is just it's so intense to me.
Mhm.
And
Look,
like
If we're not gonna hook up, then what's the
gosh.
point?
Wow, romance.
yeah, modern love.
Oh. She's leaving. I think that purse wasn't hers, right? That was
That was
I just
my
keep-
girlfriend.
that was
Shelby's.
Shelby's. Yeah,
that
that
my
was
girlfriend
Shelby's. I remember.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because originally Emily came that day with like a
you
like
going?
cow purse.
Yeah.
Remember? Do you remember? It's like a cow print
Yeah,
purse.
yeah. It was
I'm like,
yeah.
we can't use that.
No.
It didn't really match the character too.
No, it
Like
wasn't.
the whole
quite
point
right.
of Emily's character of the waitress is edgy. You
Yeah.
know, like is like sort of.
stop.
Natalie is in this like it's in this, like such a cute like
Mhm.
flowery dress, and then we've got like
They're kind
the
of like
waitress in like a-
visual foils of
Yeah,
like very
yeah.
simple dark colors and then this brighter pattern.
Yeah.
She's an art curator. She's artsy.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, this I wasn't here for filming this, but it is one of my favorite scenes. Maybe my favorite scene, honestly.
I think it's my favorite scene.
It's
and
really
it's literally
good.
just the whole third
Hey.
act, just one scene
Did you just get off
Mhm.
here
work?
at this bus stop.
Yeah.
And
Can I
this is
join you?
where,
Yeah.
God, I think this is where both of them like shine the brightest.
Mhm.
Like I think Emily here, obviously this is her moment.
Mhm,
This is her
mhm.
time to like because this is like where she's really active in this part of the story.
Yeah. Smoking's
And
back.
for Natalie, it's just really
Yeah.
amazing.
This. You should be sponsored by this brand.
This cigarette, this
Yeah,
like,
this
off-brand Chinese
Off-brand herbal cigarette. brand.
I mean, they were kind of like
They
they
were-
had a nice smell.
They tasted good. I'll say
tasted
that
good?
because for the art
Overnight
department,
test?
we had to test them for to make sure that
Test them.
they burn properly,
Yeah,
etc.
totally.
before the actors ever
I mean,
safety.
Mika is a pro. Look how she spoke. Like
she
is a
was really
pro.
good. Was this?
Okay.
Didn't you say like
If you
someone
want
was
some
it?
more,
Her like
I know a
ex-boyfriend
break,
was like a
so
smoker.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then she started
Interesting.
blowing O's. I'm like, okay, wait, chill.
Oh,
chill.
chill. No, but it's like Emily didn't know how to smoke.
No,
right?
she didn't. So I had to help which sucks. 'Cause I'm not very good at smoking. But I think Ace was better. Our one of our
Yeah.
one of our groups.
They-
kid
yeah.
groups. Ace Roth was better at that.
最後こうやって笑
Um,
ったのいつかわかんない
So
Like,
one thing
you
that
know,
Emily had to do for this film was learn Japanese.
Yeah, yeah.
Which comes up in earlier scenes and comes up again here. Originally, there was a lot of Japanese in for her, and we like cut it all down.
like,
So
自分
you
にい
know,
られ
because
るっ
like
て感じ
God. So like when Mika's talking to her, she's just like nodding along, like yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
Oh,
like not even know
being
what she's
all those
saying.
Yeah, but she
assholes.
sells it. She sells it.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say like another thing.
He wasn't
I
your thing
love doing
anyway.
captions.
Yeah.
I love subtitles.
No,
Like
I
I've been
just-
putting
Oh my
subtitles in
goodness.
everything that I make now, even
I
if they
watch
don't
everything
need
with
them.
subtitles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you should. But making them for this, I don't know. It was really
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, I love this part. Oh,
Ah.
God. Oh, I guess she does have the cow print. No, Mika's handbag is my girlfriend's handbag.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
that
okay,
cow
okay,
print one
okay.
is hers.
The Capron one is Emily's. Yeah.
I never
But
got,
yeah, no,
your
I just
name,
love working with language. Like,
Mhm.
real
you know,
name.
I don't understand
always
like
want
Japanese, and I don't
people,
understand like
Mr. This
a lot of
or
other things, but I
Mrs.
just
that, you know.
it doesn't really matter because I think
Yeah.
everything translates.
Yeah.
Like human
me.
emotion translates.
Absolutely.
Right.
Not
I think an important point here is when Natalie introduces herself with her
Summer
Japanese name,
Ocean.
and that's another thing
Mhm.
with names,
Summer
language
Beauty.
again.
Names
like,
exactly.
like how you
Morning
want to be
Dew.
called. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it's important. Like certain people call you different things.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
It's like her mom calls her Natsume, but
Mhm.
like and that's maybe like her mom putting that on her,
a
but
beautiful name.
but Natalie choosing that is different,
Exactly.
you know, letting like opening that up, right?
Yeah.
To the way
I'm
it
sorry.
No, definitely.
What's your name?
It's such a good. I don't know. Yeah,
my
names, the
parents,
diasporic
they always
experience.
called
It's
me
like
Ika.
such an interesting thing.
I think I told you this,
Ika?
but
Like
this
split?
idea of naming her Ika came from my sister.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
because my
yeah,
sister's
yeah.
name is Erica.
Erica, yeah.
And everyone
Play
always
around,
called her Baby
you know,
Ika. And she does, I mean,
It's really
Like,
cute.
like,
I do like how you
sure.
sprinkle
Yeah,
in all
just
these
like
things
that.
about your own family or your own like experience and like bringing in family friends for stuff. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like the HSBC banker also.
so that was my grandfather. My grandfather
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
HSBC banker.
I think
in
those are nice
Malaysia.
touches.
Yeah. And the fact that he's Singapore is because I'm Singaporean. I'm like,
Well.
I'm not 44 years old though. That's
Oh,
So-
debatable.
I'm gonna let this play a little bit because I love this part.
Score here is really good too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
I'll tell you
hands.
a little about that too.
This part's great.
If you notice, the tones are gonna sync with the finger.
Hey.
That was Curtis's design. So Curtis, this was the first piece that he composed and showed me because this was the first scene I actually edited, and I sent it to him immediately to start thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
And man, he just killed. Like this is like pretty much what Bria did that, where he was like, "Hey guys, look at each other." I didn't even do that. That was Bria.
Yeah.
I will admit, which was amazing. It was like, oh my god, like sells that whole scene.
Really good.
But that piece by Curtis is like, basically he did it in one try, and like that's
He's a
it.
mad lad.
Oh, can I
It was
call
really
you Ika
good.
too? You can call me Ika.
Yeah, but I love also like going back to
Because,
like they go between English and
like-
Japanese, but also their eyes say so much.
Yes.
Like when they look at each other and the other
Yes.
isn't
At the
looking, and then they,
restaurant
you know,
Earlier.
Yeah.
it's real
And
good.
they look down and look away, like they like can't look at each other. It's like, and Amika
Like,
does this a lot here
how
in this
did
scene
you-
as well.
Like, did you always notice me? Or I mean, you know, because
What I like to say is like, I think all filmmakers are like secretly hopeless romantics. I think I've said that before.
Definitely.
But, some of my favorite movies are like sort of those hopeless romantic movies,
But
rom coms. I love rom coms.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's something about like hoping that people are good, like
Oh,
like
absolutely.
thinking that people are inherently good.
That's the thing. I think
Because,
even
この
the most like
大きな街
pessimistic,
中でさ、
maybe especially the most like seemingly pessimistic
いろんな
people
人と出会
deep
って
down, deep down,
覚えてる
there's
のは
something hopeful there. Like filmmakers, as jaded as we might like to seem, we're really like, you know, we just want love.
That is
We
so
just want love
true.
to
That is so
prosper.
true. And like these are our babies. These movies, you know,
Exactly.
these are this.
Mm-hmm.
And watch what Mika does here. And then she does a double take. Oh, it's just really powerful. I remember we shot this. When we shot this scene, this specific part of this, the dialogue, in the two shot.
So,
and
She's crying.
eating the bus here.
It's so. Oh,
She's so good.
oh my god!
It gets me emotional.
It makes me so much.
Every
Originally in the
time.
script,
Down
originally in
that
the script
way.
there was like an actual bus that came and she got on the bus. And I was like, we can't get a bus.
Mm.
But like,
you don't have to
Um,
wait here.
what was I talking about?
If that's okay.
Mika.
Yeah.
what was I
Yeah,
talking
that's
about? I forgot already. I got too wrapped up in the emotion.
It's okay.
Oh,
Hey.
after this two, so we shot this two shot,
Mhm.
and then we went in for the coverage. But after we shot the two shot, I literally was crying
Yeah.
because I was like, because they just did, like they just improvised and did some like really crazy things, and like Emily improvised this line where she was like, "I notice you," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm literally crying."
Yeah. Was this one of the last things you shot?
This was the last thing we shot, and there's
Yeah.
something poetic. It's funny. This was the last thing we shot actually.
This,
shot
yeah,
here.
this walk off.
But and then that little laugh that Mika does at the end of that,
Mm-hmm.
where she like giggles. That's just from the take.
It's
not scripted.
Mm-hmm,
Like, and like right after that giggle, I yell cut.
that's
It
beautiful.
just happens. But there's something poetic about. We shot the first scene of her on the balcony smoking, and then this scene on the last day. So it's just something poetic about like shooting the first and last scene on the same day.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Like seeing the start and then seeing the end.
It's really
um,
poetic.
Obviously, not every shoot is gonna be like that. So.
No,
I
but
thought
I
it
think
was
it's
really
nice
special.
that it happened for this one.
And this is our landscape of LA. It's totally not Arlington, Virginia.
No, it's LA.
See, we couldn't shoot it the other way because you could literally see the Washington Monument.
That would have been
or
funny.
the other direction. So we had to shoot this way.
Mhm.
And then here where it's wiggling, I'm like telling Bria,
Yeah.
tilt up, tilt up, tilt up, tilt up, tilt up.
Hey, editor Taemin Kim, who's that? No,
Um,
these ending credits were fun to do too, though. I will
Yeah,
say.
and this ending score by Curtis also is just so.
It's great.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I love how open-ended the ending is too. I love how, you know, their relationship doesn't necessarily get defined, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be.
Exactly.
They see each other. They notice.
Right.
They notice each
Like
other.
I think like I mean obviously it alludes to like love or at least connection,
Mhm.
but I like keeping endings open.
Yeah.
And originally actually in the script, they don't go off together.
Mhm,
Like
mhm, mhm.
Emily's character, the waitress, boards a bus and leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like Natalie walks in the street by herself, but like with this sort of newfounded like confidence of
Mhm.
herself. But I thought like, you know what? Let's just have them leave together
Yeah.
and go to the soba shop together. Like it's a
Exactly.
callback from like what we
The night doesn't have to
So,
end yet.
exactly.
It just ends where we see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Anyway,
I think it's a good ending.
the credits are almost over. Here's all the amazing contributors that like you who are listening.
Thank you
Um,
guys for listening.
Thank you
and
so
watching.
much for supporting this film. Thank you so much for listening and watching the commentary version of Omakase. And I hope you enjoyed the film. This is writer-director Tristan Au.
And this is Taemin Kim, editor and assistant art director. Bye.
See ya.